All right, TikTok, Kenny Smith, Total Force Holdings. This week, we're going to do two different series on just some of the types of security work that you can get involved in, and some of them I'm personally involved in. And that's what we're going to start with this week. The first one is what a lot of people think of when they think of a quote-unquote security officer, and that is the unarmed, like, rent-a-cop. Now, I'm not a fan of unarmed security to the extent that I will not work an unarmed security gig. I am personally of the opinion, and if your opinion differs, that's fine, but I am personally of the opinion that unarmed security isn't. And the reason for that is an unarmed man can't and won't respond as effectively to certain threats as an armed man or woman, whichever. All right, having that force multiplier, it allows more expanded responses to different things. I'm not a fan of unarmed security, but it's very entry level in the business for the most part. Unarmed security would be like a lot of bouncers are unarmed. Most bouncers are unarmed. Most of your in-house security is going to be unarmed. And in North Carolina, if it's in-house and they don't have an armed guard card, legally it has to be unarmed. But as far as your licensed or registered security, the company is licensed, the instructor is certified, and the guard or officer is registered in the security business. So in your unarmed guard side, this is your typical observe and report, ride around, right parking violations, things like that. Unarmed security, there are two immediate things that come to mind in my area. That's the hospital and some of the gated communities around here. So what are they doing? They're riding around. They are essentially eyes and ears for the sheriff's office, the city police department, what have you. There's nothing wrong with it. This is just something that I personally don't do. So your unarmed security is typically going to be uniformed of some form. North Carolina has some regulations on how your uniform has to be. You can either display your guard card on your outermost garment, or you can have a specific type of nameplate. But your unarmed security officer is typically going to be the guy in just like a garrison belt with like a dress shirt, dress pants, maybe a coat if it's cold, garrison belt on with a flashlight, maybe a pair of handcuffs, maybe some OC spray. You won't see too many unarmed guards in North Carolina carrying a baton. It isn't uncommon, but it's also not common either. And the reason for that is a baton is considered a deadly weapon, so a lot of companies won't allow their unarmed guards to carry one for that reason. But unarmed guard is typically your entry level into the security field, and it's probably going to be fairly low pay, but it's typically also at fairly high risk sites. Security is one of those businesses. Pay comes with risk. So there's your unarmed guard.